everyone, how's it going? This is going to be my 2021 wish list. You know, the books I would really like to go after for this upcoming year. I made a mistake. I guess I was either made a mistake, you could call it, or I just dreamed a little too big, I guess. You know, I had a whole bunch of books for 2020 that I wanted to do, but I just never got around to getting them or even chasing them, partly because I'm so focused on ASM. So I was really thinking, which books do I really would like to go after this year that's more focused central in my goal of collecting every single issue of Amazing Spider-Man. Now, there's two other books that are not Amazing Spider-Man on the list that I would like to have, but otherwise these are mostly books that are I definitely want to focus in on if I can and look for the right prices. So here we go. So let's just do it. They're in no particular order, so if I jump around between a lesser valuable and a higher value tier, I didn't do any specific order, so so there's no order for that. So one of the books here, first one on the list I have is Wonder Woman number 72. It's the only non-Spider-Man related book on the list. I don't collect much Wonder Woman. I mainly go after good covers I like, but I've been in love with this cover. This cover is Bolin cover ever since I saw it, and I've wanted to get it. So I want this Bolin cover. You know, so that's one. You know, I just want it. So, you know, so yeah. And again, so next book I have here is Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. I've recently started reading Ultimate Spider-Man. I mean, I didn't realize at the time I actually read a lot of the early Ultimate Spider-Mans when I was in high school in a trade paperback kind of a thing. Didn't realize it was Ultimate Spider-Man. But I also want to collect Amazing Ultimate Spider-Man. The one goal I have specifically from Ultimate Spider-Man for this upcoming year is to get Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. Luckily, it's not I believe, at least I'm thinking that from right now, not a huge book and all that. But still, but it's a book easily enough attainable if you just go after it. All right, next up, Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1 here. This book, obviously for big reasons and all that. I'm not sure if I want to be chasing after every single issue of annuals. I want to complete my run of Amazing Spider-Man. I'm not sure if I'm going to chase so hard after the annuals, but I still want this annual because of the first appearance of the Sinister Six and all that. I would really like this book because of that. So I really dig it, and so I want to read the story too. So so that one's there. All right, probably the biggest book on my list for this upcoming year that I really want is Amazing Spider-Man number 6, first appearance of the Lizard. If I had to pick all the books on my list, I'd probably say this is the number 1. I mean, until a week ago I would have said 129 was my number 1 on the list, but I have that book now. But first appearance of the Lizard, I would really like to get it. So, I just want to do that. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man number 7. That second appearance of the Vulture and all that. I don't think there's anything else other than the second appearance of the Vulture, so nothing big happens in that book other than that. Next, Amazing Spider-Man Amazing Spider-Man number 10. That's first appearance of the Enforcers. And also, this issue we find out why J. Jonah Jameson really doesn't like Spider-Man. So, those 3 books here, number 6, number 7, number 10, are the last 3 books I need to get Amazing Spider-Man 1 through 10. So, those are specifically on the list for that reason. I want to be able to get those 3 books. If I can get them this year, upcoming year, great. But at least in the next 2 years here for sure, I will definitely be getting them. So just have to figure out how and when and which book I want to get. So, alright. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man number 25. This, I believe, is the first actual cameo or mention of Mary Jane in the comic books. She makes her first appearance, that famous panel, Face a Tiger, you hit the jackpot, that's her first full appearance and all that. But before then you had, cameos and all that where you didn't see her face. So I want this book because of that, and also I just like the cover and all that too. So I want to get every single issue of Amazing Spider-Man, of course, but these are the specific books I want first. Next, Amazing Spider-Man number 121, The Death of Gwen Stacy. I have this in a Marvel Tales reprint. I don't have it in the first print, obviously. I want to get that. And if I can get this one actually soon enough, because hopefully we're able to go to cons again this year, or some cons this year, depending on where you live in the country, obviously. The con I want to go to and supposed to go to should be in the end of August, or end of August, end of September, somewhere in there. But Jerry Conway was supposed to be at this year's con, so hopefully he will come to the next one, and everyone's just shifted a year in their commitments. So if Jerry Conway is in Colorado Springs Comic Con, which is where I went to, hopefully he is, and if he is, and if he will be, I want to get this book along with 122 and 129 and have him sign those books. Those are the 3 books I'd want Jerry to sign. Alright, next up, Amazing Spider-Man 210. It was the first time we see Madam Web. I liked her appearances in the Spider-Man animated TV show and all that. It was just really cool, interesting character and all that. I just liked her appearances and liked her in the cartoons, but I never understood her in the comic books. I understand more the new Madam Web. What's her name? She's what's her name? She looks like Jessica Drew. Not Jessica Drew. She used to be a Spider Girl, I think, or whatever. The current whoever, I can't remember who it is, but the current Madam Web in the comics reminds me of Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? She just reminds me of Carmen Sandiego, and the way she's decked out in the red glasses and the red hat. Just might as well call her Carmen Sandiego, because that's who she is. Alright, the last, number 10, and I created basically 10 spots on this list and all that, and this 10 spot here, this last spot here, is actually 3 books, and I bunched them together because of what they have in common. These 3 books here are Amazing Spider-Man 96, 97, 98. These are the drug issues of ASM, I believe, when they were published because of the drug content inside and all that. And Stan Lee, had them published, but because they were drugs, what was inside the story, they were not approved by the Comics Code Authority, and Stan Lee published them anyway. So I want these 3, these 3 issues without the comic code before it was just taken off entirely, I don't know, 2 decades later or something like that. So I want these 3 books because of that, or for that, just for that. So that's why I have those 3 together. So I didn't want to break them up. I wanted to put them together just because of the storyline and the common what they have in common. So anyway, that's my 2021 comic wish list. A lot simpler this year, and a lot more focused, honestly, because the first on my 2020 wish list, for last year, I basically wrote all ASM 1 through 441. My big goal right away was all the issues in Volume 1, which is of ASM, which is 441 issues. And I put it there just because I'm going after the whole run in its entirety anyway. So, but I'm being more specific this year, making more realistic goals. So these are the 10 spots, you know, or 10 spots or 12 books that are on my top list for this year. So a lot more simple and a lot more focused. So I'll probably get, I'm guessing, at least 3 or 4 for sure. You know, I'm guessing for sure that's what I'll end up getting. You know, hey, if anyone wants to send an AOK, you know, thank you very much. I would really appreciate it. So, you know, no pressure, obviously, but but yeah, I'm hoping to at least get 3 or 4. I'm hoping to at least get 30% of my list. You know, because like I said, I'm going after 6, 7, 10, 25. You know, ASM Annual #1. Not cheap books. Definitely not cheap books, especially if the Sinister Six is coming. You know, that book's only going to go up in value even more. So, thank you for watching this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time for my next video. Take care, happy collecting, and stay safe out there. Have a good night.